Hi, this is Marnie Pearson with ideamarketers.tv, and our guest this week for the Marketing Makeover Show is Laura West. Laura's going to come on and interview Martina about her business, about what her big vision for her passion project is, and then create a visual map of it. So in this segment, you're going to be able to see the interview process that Laura goes through, and then at the end, you're going to get to see Martina's visual map that Laura creates for her to depict her big vision for her business.
Yeah, some of this is more about like your bigger vision. Like, where do you see? Because I don't know much about your business, so how does this fit into your bigger vision for what you're up to with your business? I know it's hard to.
Well, I know. I'm like biggest vision. Okay. Well, biggest
vision. No, wait a minute. I've got to have the backpack packed. I got the kids at the door.
I know. Well, it's just one of those things that I usually write, and it's like, I got to keep that focus in my head. I love to even like do like speaking, and so like some of these books and some of the things I'm doing, I want to be able to speak and have even
what's your message?
People. So
like, what do you feel? What is your bigger message? You know, that that's what I wrote down was like message. Like you want to speak, you have books, you're sharing things with your voice. What is the message that you're sharing with your voice?
That's where, like, I know, I'm like, okay,
so. What you guys are working on?
well, I've got like, okay, so like even like this cave, coming out of the cave and into light, like the thing that just keeps coming back to me is just being a warrior of light. So I've even added that to my website. It's just kind of, that's really kind of who I am. And it's just to kind of awaken people to who they are, and let's be awake. And light to me, and I haven't gone through with, I don't know if you've watched any other videos, but light has so many different meanings in life. You can have physical light. You can, in this class, I'm really just kind of talking about depression, darkness versus light. But really, like in the light plan and some of the other programs that I have developed, it's talking about let's define light and learn how to see it. And so that as we see it, then we can now arm ourselves with light and, arm ourselves with light so that we're eradicating darkness in its many forms, whether that light is, a healthy body is light, you have a light in your eye when you're happy, or, energy. It's just, there's so much with light that,
right.
So that's.
And what happens when someone really starts working with that light in their life? What do you see as different?
Oh, it changes in every area of your life. I mean, like as you're, seeking light in, whether it's freedom or finding truth or having vision and any of those things, as you find light and in those areas, you cannot help but become a beacon of light. And that's kind of like, even like with what Marnie's doing, the light bearers, it's kind of like you become a light bearer yourself when you have that light. And so you will shine and help others. So that's kind of I just want to take them through a process of, this is kind of the first process. First, you got to get out of that cave, you got to into the light. And then once you're there, now you know the beauty and the joy of being there. Now it's time for you to shine, and you got to go back in and help lead others out. Right. So it's just kind of like filling the world with light, and as people get it more, then they shine for others. And so
that's beautiful. Yeah, they're like light leaders.
Yeah. And that's kind of like, I'm like warrior of light. I love the being armed with light. Like you put your armor on, then you can't have darkness coming in. And then you've got your, I would say like your weapon against darkness is light, because darkness can not exist when there's light. And so, I don't know. We're just running around with a bunch of like lightsabers or torches or flashlights, whatever people's lights will look like. They might be different, but we each have it. So it's just
right.
Yeah, running around and showing light in whatever way we can.
Martina,
I love it.
Interject here. I don't know whether this is still part of your big vision, but we were talking about how you could take your light plan and then make it so that it's duplicatable, that people who are helping different segments of the population could take our light plan and then like license it out almost and use it with their sub-niches. Because the plan is would work for anybody, but she can't cover every niche, and she's not going to resonate with everybody. So you're almost giving them a tool to be able to get out of the cave, go back in and help other people by giving this tool to verbalize their story and a way to help other people, lead other people out. So it's almost a tool.
Thank you, Marty, for mentioning that. Thanks for mentioning that. I had a child looking at me like this. During that part, so my brain wasn't working because I had a child looking at me, distracting me over here.
I usually get car motions, like, I wanted to go with my friend to the movies, like they're trying to.
Yeah, totally. That's what was going on at that moment. But yeah, so I mean, like they can take the light plan, and that's kind of like when they get out of the darkness themselves, and they've got, and they become those light bearers, then that program, the light plan, they can say, okay, and I'm a big believer that whatever, we all have challenges, and then you're meant to, after you've kind of overcome some of those, it's almost like your obligation to go and help somebody else who is where you were at. Because you may have a tool that nobody else has on this planet except for you, for that person. And, so they can take this light plan. And whether it's for, I've never personally been addicted to drugs, but there might be someone who is and who can take this light plan kind of training and they can tweak it to appeal to to help those others that they have, to help those that they're sent to help or they're meant to help.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Anything else you want to add? And as far as for you, you see speaking, books, keynotes, and
these programs
teaching others how to get out
training,
of their own healing, but then also the training licensing so they can take it out into the world.
Yeah, and that's probably my primary passion is just helping those who have come out of the darkness. Yeah, I'm excited. Sometimes though, I get so excited over the end of it that I'm like, okay, slow down. You got to do the baby steps. I got to do the detailed work in between point A and point Z.
The sales page for this program, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Tune in next week as I spend 2 weeks in Utah with Martina helping her launch her business.